Happy New Year, happy 2025 to everyone. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve with the people you love, because we know someone who didn't. CNN, the network, absolutely had an awful New Year's Eve. During their live event last night, they invited comedian Whitney Cummings onto the air for this 10-minute segment, for this 10-minute roasting. I don't know what they were thinking. Maybe they thought it would liven the show up, and let me tell you, it was the best CNN segment they've had all year, bar none. We're going to show you, we have the full 10-minute clip, and we have the 1-minute condensed clip, which is what's going around the internet. All the jokes she had were aimed squarely at CNN's own network, squarely at the Democrats. This whole thing is just pretty wild. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see Anderson Cooper's face during it. It's great. But before we get started, thank you for liking and sharing these videos. It really helps out the channel. And consider subscribing so you don't miss these regular updates.
Things. And since I only have a minute left live on establishment media, why don't we just say a bunch of things that we know that they'll never cover? Okay, ready, go. Trump Shooter didn't have any silverware in his house. No one thought that was weird? Are we still rolling? Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Why have so many presidents' chefs died? Weird.
So look, I'm a big believer in karma. What you put out there in the world is what you're going to get coming back to you, right? If you put out negativity, anger, cruelty, that's what you're going to get back. What goes around, it comes around. And CNN, the worst purveyor of disinformation on cable television. And you may not think so. You may say, look, MSNBC's far worse, but I don't believe that, because CNN is different than the other media companies out there. They pretend they're facts-based. They don't do opinion or entertainment segments like Fox and like MSNBC. They do what they call hard news, 24/7. CNN's not like these other media outlets. They are global. They are tightly linked with the U.S. State Department. Hundreds of their employees are current and former State Department and intel folks. They are a propaganda outlet. That's what they are, in my opinion. The same way that they accuse RT of being Russian propaganda, that's what CNN is. Well, after 8 years of manipulating and gaslighting all of us, last night on New Year's Eve, during their traditional New Year's Eve broadcast with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen, they invite comedian Whitney Cummings on to spice the show up, apparently. And let me tell you, she spiced things up, roasting CNN, Kamala Harris, the Democrats the entire time. She went after the Democrat Party's primary process, media influence in general. I'm going to play the full clip in a minute. And if you don't know who Whitney Cummings is, she's a stand-up comic. She has a Netflix show. She's a comedian. Before her segment last night, she posted this on X a few hours before, saying she's worried that they're going to end up cutting the feed. Watch this.
All right, tonight's the night, CNN New Year's Eve live. I'm going to be roasting the year 2024, and I'm already starting to worry that they're going to cut the feed halfway through. They've been cool so far, but we will see. Just know that I'm supposed to do 8 to 10 minutes. So if they, if my set is less than 5, just know that I have been cut. I did delete the Scientology joke. I stayed away from Israel, Palestine. I had to say alleged for a couple things. You'll be hearing the word alleged quite a bit. We'll see. All right. Is there anything you think I have to mention that I might have not included? Now's the time, because I'm going live on CNN in 6 hours.
Then after her segment, she posted this on X later in the night saying, "This is what I said at the end of my roast set on CNN tonight that I zoomed through because I was running out of time and I was scared. Since I only have a minute left and I'm live on establishment media, I figured I'd list some things mainstream media will never cover. The first Trump shooter," she says, "didn't have any silverware in his house. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney. Why is fluoride still in the water? Monsanto paid Google to skew search results. Why are so many president chefs dead?" What? This woman is based. And let me tell you what happened before we play all of this, all right? So she was going to do this like 10-minute segment, this 10-minute roast. She had 10 minutes of jokes lined up, but CNN kept asking her questions in like this interview format, cutting into her set. So by the time they finally let her start, she only had 1 minute left. That's it, just a minute of jokes to tell. Did they do that on purpose? I have no idea. I don't know, but it was still awesome. Roll the tape.
I love going around the country because you see that Americans really are more reasonable than they would be portrayed.
Absolutely.
They're pretty great, and I'm playing bigger and bigger venues now. I thought being a mom would mean that less people would want to come see me. I'm now playing, like 3,000 seat theaters,
awesome.
which is about the viewership of CNN these days.
Well,
Not
nice.
this show, though.
Nice.
All eyes are on this show.
Wow, you're all firing.
And
Documentaries finally realized the only way to make money is to just make them about cheerleaders. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleader doc showed the girls being treated horribly, underpaid, crying. I thought I'd open a video on Hunter Biden's laptop. This is the year everyone 2024 election fried our brains. The Democrats couldn't hold a primary because they were too busy holding a body upright. Are we still rolling? Am I off?
Go for it.
It was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one when it came to the presidential candidate. Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer or Moderna, whichever one's. Oh, God. Andy just gave me a very scary look.
No!
Anderson's face is priceless. He's drunk shocked. Him and Andy Cohen, they just get plastered on the air every New Year's Eve. Last night was no different. And you could tell they're like holding their breath. And that 1 minute is all you're going to see online. The rest of the 9 minutes, very hard to find. We have it for you, though. We have the full clip. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy to find the full clip. CNN doesn't have it on their website. It's not on their YouTube page. It's nowhere on X. I found it. This was the best segment CNN's had all year. Who knew? Speak the truth and people will want to watch. Here she is. Enjoy.
And welcome back to Times Square. The last 2 hours of 2024. It is 10 p.m. here on the East Coast. We've had a really fun night so far.
We have. I feel like 2024 was a year of like, how can we mess with people?
Oh, yeah?
How can we jerk you around? Well, guess what?
Yeah,
We are just getting dumped on.
that's true.
But you know what? We're not letting it affect it. We're having a good time. So bring it on.
Plus,
What else you got?
we got
people?
an amazing guest ahead, plus a surprise guest for Andy. And because I haven't been to any of the production meetings, I don't know who it is either. Yeah, we've
It's
also
going
got
to be a surprise. Ooh,
a performance from Shania Twain. We'll talk with recording legend Diplo and rapper and producer Lil Jon.
I just
You're
dumped so much
literally
tequila
pouring
on
tequila
you.
down
Sorry.
my
Thank
hand
you to our
and
friends
my
at
wrist.
Denada. Okay.
Also producer Lil Jon. But first, toast number
Wow,
3. I
that's
really don't need this.
Okay,
Yeah.
cheers. Is this number 3?
This is number 3. Yes.
It's number
To
4.
all of you at home, I wish you a happy new year.
Cheers. Oh, wow. You know what? It's okay. Does Whitney Cummings want a shot? Do you want a shot? No, you don't. No, you don't.
Our next
Okay,
guest,
come on over.
comedian Whitney Cummings on a national tour in
Look at you.
2025.
Look
Whitney,
at you.
you are
Wearing New
Wow.
Year's white.
not a drop of rain has
Unbelievable.
touched you.
We
are soaked.
Well, it's all dropping on me from your umbrella again.
Was that thunder?
That was
That
thunder.
was
Are you
thunder.
sure? I
Yes.
thought it was Kathy Griffin screaming at you from the street. Are you sure? I think she's cursing.
Well, no doubt.
Thank you. I cannot drink. Last time I did that, I got pregnant with a stranger's child. So
Oh, and how is Junior?
Junior's doing wonderful. I had my baby myself.
How old?
A year old.
Wow.
I know. I'm finally back. I did carry my own child. Television just doesn't pay what it used to, so had to carry my own kid. It was pretty humbling.
What are you most excited for 2025?
I mean, hopefully forgetting 2024.
Right.
You know, working a lot, which is good. I'm touring.
You're going on a national tour. That's exciting.
Stand-up comedian touring over.
How long are
I
you
love-
going to be on tour?
Do you even know who I am?
Yes, I do know
Is he
who
just
you are.
like, I thought Joan Rivers was dead.
No,
Is he
no,
just
I
like-
do know you are. How long are you going on
He
tour?
does
though?
now.
I'm touring all over for all of 2025.
Wow.
Very
Do you like-
excited.
do you like
I
being
love
on the road?
touring. It's the best.
Really?
I love going around the country because you see that Americans really are more reasonable than they would be
Well, that's
portrayed.
absolutely
They're pretty great, and I'm
100%
playing bigger and bigger venues now. I thought being a mom would mean that less people would want to come see me. I'm now playing, like 3,000 seat theaters,
awesome.
which is about the viewership of CNN these days.
Well,
Not
nice.
this show, though.
Nice.
All eyes are
Wow.
on this show.
Wow, you're all
You know,
firing. today.
Andy and I had a tour. We did like 3,000 people. Yes, yes.
You're hosting a new Friends trivia show on Max.
Doing a show.
You a huge Friends fan?
You know what? I'm a Friends fan. I'm also a fan of entertainment that just entertains. There's this new thing where everything in Hollywood has to like lecture people how to vote. It didn't make you feel guilty about global warming. It's just a fun show, no creeps. It's just warm, wholesome.
I have to tell you, you and I talked about your time at the Connors a little bit. You were the showrunner of the Connors.
Roseanne, back when it was before the Connors.
Oh, before. Yes. But did you pass on Sabrina Carpenter for a role?
No one passes on Sabrina Carpenter for anything.
But
she
did
came
you?
in
Okay.
She was not a match for a million reasons. Of course you're going to bring up this drama.
Okay.
Of course you're bringing up this drama.
This is what he does.
I think I deserve a percentage of her touring money for not hiring her, because otherwise she would still be on that show. You're welcome, Sabrina.
By the way, where are you going to be toasting New Year's?
I think I'm just gonna, after what I'm about to do, I think I'll probably be like in a huddle with a bunch of lawyers or something.
Okay.
So I don't have big plans for after this.
Well, this was the year that we learned that roasts probably shouldn't happen at important live events. Whitney Cummings, it is time for you to roast the year.
Oh, my Lord.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Feel free to heckle me. Feel free to come for me.
Never.
I do believe we need to hold 2024 accountable for its behavior. That is what white women do now. We point out other things that are toxic because we don't get irony. And that is our truth. This was the year that people were behaving so poorly, we started being wistful about murderers. Remember, this was the year we were like, were the Menendez brothers so bad? Were we too hard on the Menendez brothers? This was the year we could not get enough of murderers. Gypsy Rose became our favorite celebrity because murdering your mom is so brat. They had her on a red carpet, a little on the nose for a murderer, but she was like posing in a fancy dress. We were like, slay, and she was like, I did. And of course, our heartthrob of the year was the alleged cold-blooded killer named Luigi, who is now in the same prison as Diddy, which I'm very upset about because Luigi already has a lower back issue. This was the year nothing made sense. Fertility was down, sales of baby oil was up, white supremacy groups reached record highs. It got so bad, Ariana Grande became white again. 2024 totally broke our brains. Half the people I know think we're in a simulation. I'm starting to wonder. When I go to a website and it asks me if I'm a robot or not, half the time I get the quiz wrong. I'm like, does the shadow of a bike count as a bike? I don't know. Why am I looking at a grainy photo of a crack house? We just all broke mentally this year. Things got so bleak. We started watching the WNBA. What happened? And we also started watching older women in movies. Equality or insanity? You tell me. Demi Moore was in a movie called The Substance, showing that Hollywood's ready for a woman in her 50s to star in a movie as long as a hot 28-year-old wears a leotard for most of it. Pam Anderson's getting Oscar buzz for a movie she did wearing no makeup. Guys, that's not progress if you call it brave. Documentaries finally realized the only way to make money is to just make them about cheerleaders. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleader doc showed the girls being treated horribly, underpaid, crying. I thought I'd opened a video on Hunter Biden's laptop. This is the year everyone hated the movie The Joker, but if you do love watching men descend into insanity, in a couple hours you get to watch Andy Cohen do the countdown. In 2024, some things left us, some came back. Sanity left us. Somehow crypto is back. Do you guys even know what crypto? No one thought the timing of crypto was fishy. As soon as women started making money, they were like, money's over. Money's over. I'm like, I don't even know what crypto is. As far as I understand, it's just astrology for men. Like, I don't. 2024 election fried our brains. The Democrats couldn't hold a primary because they were too busy holding a body upright. Are we still rolling? Am I off?
Go for it.
It was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one when it came to the presidential candidate. Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer or Moderna, whichever one's. Oh, God. Andy just gave me a very scary look.
No!
Let me be clear, though. 2024 was not only negative. The media wants us to believe this country is so divided, but we actually came together a lot this year. Like, as a nation, we unanimously agreed that we would rather see J-Lo in a toxic relationship than in concert. We all agreed the government totally knows what drones are and are telling us. The drones are still up there, and we have no idea what's behind them. No idea. I mean, they're still up in the sky, so I guess we can rule out that they were made by Boeing. The point is, I think we all agree on a lot of things. And since I only have a minute left live on Establishment Media, why don't we just say a bunch of things that we know that they'll never cover? Okay, ready, go. Trump Jr. didn't have any silverware in his house. No one thought that was weird? Are we still rolling? Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Okay, why have so many presidents chefs died? Weird. The Boy Scout of America, they renamed itself Scouting America. You know who else changed their name? Sean Combs. Just saying. Let's learn something in 2025. I can't believe you guys are still letting me go. This is amazing. I love CNN. Please stop me, Andy, because I will just keep going.
Happy New Year, Whitney Cummings.
Am I still streaming?
Yes.
That's amazing.
We are live on CNN. You look cool as a cucumber.
No censorship on CNN.
Thank
Love
you
you guys.
very much.
Thanks for having me.
Love you.
What a dream. Oh, no.
What a dream.
Anderson's
here.
I only understood like half the references, so I'm.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't.
I'm not a
he
pop
doesn't
culture.
know.
I know.
He doesn't know. I know. He didn't see the Dallas Cowboys.
Sorry.
No.
Although I know, yes, I've heard about it. I've heard about it.
We have a lot more ahead as we say goodbye to 2024 and welcome the new year in a moment. A performance from Shania Twain. Plus, we're going to check in with Randy Kay. She's back in Key West, Florida. Here is the incredible skating duo, the Griffin brothers. Wow, again.
All right, that wraps up this episode. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.